you came on social media to report the kidnap of your son. So we sympathize with you. Later
Thank you
that
so much.
night, we saw a report again that your son had been released.
Yes.
In what circumstances? Was he hale and healthy?
No, he was sick by the time they released him because in the morning when they picked him up around 10 a.m. after assaulting him, and I gave an instruction to my neighbors that after they are done with whatever they came to the house to do, my neighbors should pick my son and take him to the hospital. But maybe because of his status at that time, blood all over his body and everything, they felt that would be incriminating. So they forcefully took my son along with them. And they took him out, they took him around 10 a.m. We did not see him. I did not see him until 1 a.m. the following morning. But I was told at about 10 p.m. that they returned him to the house. But I had to get maybe security agents to go and pick him up from the house that they said they dropped him. So I didn't lay my eyes on my son until about 1 a.m. the following morning, on Saturday morning.
Did you have an idea of that visit by the police officers, and that was why you
Not at
were
all.
absent?
No, I didn't have an intel that they were coming. They didn't invite me. But few days before that time, I think about 4 days before then, I got an information from my personal security agent that gives the information that they are trying to come and assassinate me, to eliminate me because of the court case. That was the information I got. So I decided that, well, let me look for somewhere safe until just to go about this court case until we are done with it. So I left the house, not knowing that they could come to the house, and if they are not able to meet me, they could take my son, they could take that out on my son and possibly harm him. Because I was like, nobody, I didn't imagine that they could go that low. We are all from Ekiti State, and it shocked me to my bone marrow the way it would shock anybody that you could go that low as a governor, as a senator from the same state and attack an innocent child. That's an extreme, which I couldn't imagine as at that time. But now I know, just like everybody have seen, the Biodun Oyebanji that we know that goes about humbly prostrating and greeting everybody, pretending to be an humble and simple person, is a very deadly human being. If you came for me and you didn't meet me and you could take out, you could harm my son to that length, no, it leaves a lot to be desired. And now I think people knows that we are dealing with demons, not human beings. We are dealing with wolves. So that was what happened, sir.
So you said you got intel that you were to be assassinated. By who?
By the men of Biodun Oyebanji and the draw of Biodun Oyebanji and Senator Yemi Adaramudu.
If you are looking for a program that encapsulates the history, politics,
we are not supposed to witness violence in any election.
We are friends. We are Ekiti people now.
commerce, culture, and the character of Ekiti, this is it.
People of the fountain.
I never knew they could go lower. I'm not at home. I'm safe wherever I am. But my son, he goes to church. He has different things that he does in the church. So he was feeling that, oh, mommy, don't worry, I'll be fine. I can't leave all this program. He's the sound engineer in the church and all that. So he needed to charge to be at home, to be able to go around. And even if I needed some things at home, he would be the one to attend to people and all that. That was why he was at home. But I never knew these demonic people could take out that aggression on my son.
There was a response to your public statement that those who came actually did so on behalf of someone whom you had an issue with. that you had accused in some ways, and that it wasn't these people you are accusing?
This is a major conspiracy that involved three people that we continue to mention wherever this case is being investigated or wherever this case is being mentioned. One is Biodun Oyebanji, because we doubt him. We doubt his consent. We doubt his involvement. The Ekiti State Rapid Response Squad wouldn't have left Ekiti on the order of whoever to come for me. That's one. Number two is the fact that the same RRS formerly led by Marcus Ogunola and now by Ogidon, has been the same set that they have been criminally using to harass, intimidate, arrest, and incarcerate Ekiti people. So the governor cannot deny involvement in this. And even though I am saying it now, he was called from the presidency and he was the one that gave the information that me, I slandered somebody, me, I did this one to Adaramodu, me, I fraudulently did this one. How did he know? That's the question that they should be asking. How is he aware? How does he have that information if he's not involved in it? So he is involved. Yemi Adaramodu is involved.
If you are looking for a program that encapsulates the history, politics,
We are not supposed to witness violence in any election.
We are friends. We are Ekiti people now.
commerce, culture, and the character of Ekiti, this is it.
People of the fountain.
Yemisi Samuel Jolue bearing her name. When she started this program in Ekiti State, they told the participant to pay a sum of 100,000 naira each as registration fee, and that they will do this agriculture stuff for like 1 or 2 years, and at the end of the day, they will be paid 1.5 million naira, maybe from the produce of the farm or something like that. At the end of the day, when they finished the program, I heard that there was a protest. You must have seen that protest that happened at Ikole, that they were paid 25,000 naira, between 25 and 50,000 naira. Why they bribed maybe their supervisors or their coordinators, giving those ones 1 million thereabout. So this youth came together in Ikole and they protested. And thereafter, this Yemisi Jolue arrested them. With this same RRS. Though the RRS seems to be a arm of the Nigerian police force, but in Ekiti State, they have become a criminal organization that the Biodun Oyebanji led administration now used to incarcerate and criminalize Ekiti people. So this wouldn't have happened. They couldn't have come to Abuja without the consent of the governor. So he cannot deny involvement in this. And when they called him I told you when they called him from the presidency, he was giving excuses. And the question now arises, how did you know if you are not involved in this? So the Yemisi Samuel Jolue now arrested those guys, remanded them in prison. And all I did was to come out and say, enough is enough. You collected money from these people. Do they not have a right to ask for their money? Do they not have a right to protest against it? I am sure you know that there is a right that protest in Nigeria, if you feel that you are being cheated, it's a right. We all have a right to protest. So they have not committed any crime. So coming out to challenge you, locking them up in prison, is that a crime? She lives in the government house. If there is nothing between them, if there is no involvement, you wouldn't have come from Ondo State and have that confidence in our own state to arrest our own children and lock them up in prison. And if Biodun Oyebanji feels that he has caged everybody in Ekiti State, even if I live, when Fayose was governor, I live inside Ekiti, inside Ado Ekiti. I was against him. He arrested me. He took me to prison, but he never attacked my children. So this now has shown everybody in Ekiti State, in Nigeria and worldwide, that Biodun Oyebanji is a demon. And that is why he cannot be allowed to come back for a second time in Ekiti State. If in his first time that he has not finished, is this brutal? Is this devilish? Is this wicked? What should the Ekiti people expect from me when he gets a second time? No, he's not going to come back as a governor.
Why do you think these people you're accusing will go as far as assassinating you just because of your suit against the primary election of APC in Ekiti State?
It's not that I feel, I know, because the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria backs up whatever case I have against them in court. And they have been everywhere trying to manipulate the process, the judiciary, but they found out that this is a constitutional matter. You made a great mistake by not conducting a primary and disqualifying these people. So they are saying that there is no way, they don't have a way out of that matter in court. There's no way they can go to manipulate the judiciary. They have gone everywhere with money, everything, they failed. So the only thing that they can do now to ensure that we don't get justice, or the only thing they can do to make him come back as the candidate of the APC, because till today he's not the candidate of the APC, is to eliminate the person that sued them in the court.
At the moment, what is the situation of your suit?
Yes, on Friday, that Friday that they came for me, that matter was to be heard on Friday, morning in the courts. So they were thinking they would get me to frustrate that case, to ensure that that case does not go on. But that day, the following day, Saturday, being the election, the local FCT election, Wike declared a public holiday on Friday. So we didn't even go to court on Friday, but they wouldn't have had that information before coming to Abuja. Maybe they came around on Thursday, so they wouldn't have had that information. So because of the public holiday, the matter did not hold again on Friday. So they had it on Monday. And I was told that my lawyer said it was a successful outing, but because they filed some amendment and the judge wanted the other party, that's their own lawyer, to respond to it so that everybody can be given fair hearing. So he told them to pick another date, and I think they picked maybe 26th or 30th of March thereabout. I was not in court on Monday because since Saturday that I got back my son, we have been in and out of the hospital trying to treat him and to get him back into good health.
What is the state of the health of your son at the moment? What actually?
Yeah, as at Saturday, he was still seriously down because he was dizzy, he was in pain, he was not himself. So we went back to the hospital yesterday because they have been treating him. Every day we go for review, he goes for injection and all that. But that yesterday, he was visibly not really okay. So we went back to the hospital and the doctor said, well, there's no much problem, but that the trauma of what happened to him on Friday is just settling in. And that's why he has all those symptoms. So they made prescription for us to get some drugs, which we got. And now it's more stable than that of yesterday.
He's out of the hospital at the moment, I guess?
Yes.
People of the fountain.